go. That I just want you to know I found a reason to change who I used to be.
Damn, that's some middle school breakup music.
A reason to start over new.
And
The reason is you.
Welcome back to the Triple F podcast.
Damn,
This
are we
is episode
serenading
number
you?
96, baby. We doing nothing but good vibes over here.
Guess who's back?
Back.
Back again.
Hey, this
Jeffy's
whole episode
back.
just sucks. We just keep singing.
We put aside our differences with Jeff, and
We
had
put
him
aside
back
our
on the pod.
differences.
I put inside my difference. I put my difference inside of Jeff. Penis stuff.
Gay stuff, dude.
Gay stuff.
We're
Welcome
back.
back to
Gay
the
stuff's
Triple
back on the
F
menu.
podcast, episode number 96. We are live with Jeff Dolezal
Doing the musical episode.
doing the musical episode.
I liked Tuba Stank back in the day quite a bit. Well, I liked that one song.
I don't think I can name it.
Yeah, I
another
don't think
song.
I could name another
I
song.
don't think you have to. Do you think those guys like make money? Like, do you think like they're fine now, like doing good now?
I actually do wonder if you're a one-hit wonder, because I know that like record companies will like get you into debt on purpose to make you like having to keep like, you know, that's like the whole thought process behind like them controlling an artist is like get him in debt, make them work for us for fucking X amount on their contract, and then whatever.
I mean, live shows, the money comes to you. I would imagine there's still plenty of people who would show up to see that song live.
Oh, 100%. Well, but the question is, how far are people willing to go for it? Because it's like,
I saw Third Eye Blind live at Sunfest, and they were great.
yeah, but you saw them at Sunfest, which was already an event that you were going to go to because other people are there.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar was there. That's
Yeah,
why I was
yeah.
there.
Yeah. If you go somewhere for Kendrick Lamar and then Third Eye Blind is there,
That's
you
a
go,
win, yeah.
all right, I'll check them out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I remember them being, some girl had a sign that said, like, play whatever that name of that song is, like their big
I
song.
wish you would step back
Yeah.
from.
And she held the sign up, and it was like, play that. And he was like, and then when he noticed it, she like put it down sheepishly, and he was like, what did it say? And she brought it back up, and he was like, oh, we'll play that.
Of
He
course
was like,
they'll
Yeah,
play
he's like,
that.
that's the
he was
only
like,
song
we're gonna
we
play
actually
that.
have.
He was like,
on
we'll
the-
get to it.
imagine like 20 years from now, you're like doing a show and you look out into the crowd and somebody's like, do the DMV joke. You know?
Trust me, I will be.
You know what I mean? Like, that would be a shitty feeling.
Who's working there? Androids, by the way. Now the modern version of it, like
AI is working
AI is
there.
working there. Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna get taken over soon. I feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
Maybe.
It'd be
Whatever.
kind of cool. Did you? I saw fucking. Okay, this isn't that exciting. I shouldn't have gotten that, but I saw two Tesla truck yesterday. I
The
haven't seen
Cybertruck?
those things. Yeah, I haven't seen
Those
those
things
things yet.
suck, dude.
Dude,
They suck.
they
Well,
look
you're-
crazy.
They look really
they're,
dumb.
They're like available to, I don't mean to one up you, but they're available for people to buy now. When the first week we moved here, saw one. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I had the same reaction. Never seen one of those in person. That's crazy. And then I was talking to somebody about it, and they were like, that's either one of two things. You either saw Elon Musk in his Cybertruck, or somebody who works for Tesla was testing out the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Because they weren't available at the time.
Dude, they're huge, by the way.
They're very big.
They're
too
so big.
arguably too big.
Yeah.
They also don't drive for very long.
Really?
No.
You have to plug them in, right? Why would you want the car that you have to plug in? Like, what's the appeal behind it? You don't spend money on gas,
mean,
but you
my-
can only drive to 40
My
minutes?
mom has one, but she never leaves Palm
No,
Beach
you
County.
can- Like,
Didn't yours die, though, when you were on a way back from a comedy show? Didn't you have to
Yeah.
stop for like 3 hours?
I met
3
Matt
hours.
at like a pizza place. Do you remember that?
oh yeah,
I met you and Zach
yeah.
at a pizza place, and
Yeah.
I parked at a hotel and like plugged it in, because I was like I was legit like leaving the show with like 5% battery, and then Matt was like, "Let's go get pizza," and I was like, "Okay," and then I looked for like electric car. I pulled into like a Holiday Inn, and they had electric car charging, and I like plugged it in, and then like I was trying to prolong that pizza for so long.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's the rush, boys? Let's hang out."
Get another slice. I'm like, Jeff, we've
Come
had
on.
4. I'm stuffed.
No,
Yeah.
come on, let's hang
Well,
out.
How long does it? So you plug it in? How long does it take for you to get like anything worth it?
I mean, at one of those like red Chargers that you see around,
are like not long at all.
Oh, really?
but
Yeah.
still like way longer than getting gas. It's still like from 0 to 100, it'll still take you like 45 minutes.
Well, you don't need to get it to 100 though. That's the thing. It's
No.
like if you own a Tesla, you probably have
Yeah, you have a
charger
plug
at
at your house. That
So-
takes like 5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a while.
It's something I would
You
love
do
to
it
have a
overnight.
Tesla.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
They only have the one pedal.
Well, living here, I think I would. They have brakes.
You would until you had to drive far, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Do they
is-
have brakes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have brakes.
I'm
They have
pretty sure the
brakes.
only one that maybe I'm
They have
missing. You
brakes.
just let off the one though.
If you
right?
let off, if you
It
take off
brakes
the gas, it
automatically.
just like stops.
I've driven in one once. That was my
If
only
you were
experience.
going like 30 and rolling up to a stop sign, all you would have to do is let off the gas.
Yeah,
and
and
your
it
car
just
would come to a
fucking-
stop. Those motherfuckers are quick. Let me tell you what.
Welcome back to the Triple F
They're very
podcast,
fast.
baby.
We're talking cars.
This is an informative podcast about the benefits of riding electric. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Riding electric sounds like it could be the name of a porn.
Jeff, tell us anything.
Yeah, how you been?
No, seriously though, how's Florida? We miss you. You're moving here.
I am moving.
He's
I
moving
like- I
to
hate
Austin.
that,
We're about
like,
to be reunited. Everybody.
I hate that it feels like the vibe of this is like you're our guest. You're even over there. You have the
Bad mic.
Yeah.
little mic.
Once you get here, we're getting another one of these things though.
Okay. Hell yeah.
We're
I
gonna
feel.
Hey,
I definitely
we're gonna
feel.
buy one for you.
On
Oh,
the house,
nice.
baby.
It's on the,
I definitely feel like I definitely have like the little brother controller.
yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
I
You
have
do.
the Mad Sharks controller, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's like when I play Madden here, I like to use the Elite controller, and every once in a while, I have to use the green
I love the green one.
$25 controller, and I'm like, this is bullshit, dude. I paid $200 for that Elite controller. I want to use that Elite controller.
The green
Yeah.
one, it makes you more powerful.
I used to always give my brother. I'd play my brother in NCAA, and I would always give him one that had like one of the buttons would just stick.
Yep.
So he would just be running, and then all of a sudden he'd just spin straight out of bounds. He would press the spin button, and then his guy would just spin over and over out of bounds. And be like, "You're not supposed to do that, dude.
What are you doing?
What are you
man?
doing, idiot?"
I had like a shit controller for the original Xbox, and it had a turbo button. So what you could do is you could hold down the turbo button and then just put in random inputs and then hit the turbo button again. So like let's say like if you were playing like a fighting game, you could program it to be like a super long combo. Just hit the turbo button and it's like BX up down B, and you could just hit that instead of doing that every time. I didn't know what that button did because I just bought it because it was cheap. And then I programmed something, and then I fucked the controller all the way up, and I couldn't reverse it.
Isn't it amazing how technologically advanced we were as kids? Like, that's not a good story, but it reminds me of like.
Thank you.
No, well.
I mean, that fucking sucked, but
I mean, I'm about to say something good. I think you guys should come along. But no, I just meant like that's not.
I know it's been a while since you've been on the pod, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Are you? Hey, buddy. Are you sure you want to move here? No. That
Oh,
wasn't.
you're gonna be fine.
That wasn't a good example of what I'm about to say. Is what I should say. But like. My brain capacity to memorize cheat codes for Grand Theft Auto.
Crazy.
I don't think I've ever been smarter than I was in 5th grade playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you do a left. It's like I can still remember if you wanted the weapon loadout for the one
Yeah.
with the M16. It was
On-
like
if you wanna
left
get
down,
unlimited-
up, right, B. Like when you
Yeah.
like at the very end,
And like
it'd be like R1, R2, left, down, right, up.
we learned to like download stuff illegally on like Napster and like LimeWire and shit. And then like I had speakers that I would set up to my laptop, and like I had the 2 little speakers and then I had the subwoofer, but they were all different brands. And I remember I had to go through my parents' like that drawer, the drawer of like wires, and find different wires and hook them all up. And like none of the wires the speakers didn't belong to each other. They didn't belong to the laptop that I had. None of the wires really came with the speakers, but I made all of it work. If I had to do that now, I would just go to the store and buy new speakers.
100%.
Yeah, dude. So I learned this is
Necessity
crazy.
breeds innovation.
It really does.
So like this is
That's the logo of the trip. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
motto
yeah,
of the Triple
yeah.
F podcast, dude.
that was,
Necessity
Necessity
breeds
breeds
innovation.
innovation.
That's
I
definitely like the slogan for like Infinity.
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
a car
yeah.
brand.
Or like yeah, it's a Nissan.
Nissan.
Yeah.
Fucking Matthew McConaughey driving it.
That's
he's Lincoln.
that's
baby.
Yeah, I
Lincoln.
know, but it's like
an
it
American
is
brand.
funny. though. It's just
I
like,
got a
yeah,
thing of computer speakers with a subwoofer. We talked about this in St. Pete Beach, that like it was meant to plug into a computer, but you plug it into like a headphone jack, and I plugged it into this boombox I had, and then I wrapped. It came with 4 speakers, and I wrapped all 4 speakers around the bedposts of my bed, so I just had surround sound in my bed.
You created
It was
surround
sick.
sound. It was
It was
nuts.
awesome.
You invented surround sound on
I was
accident.
like, I'm a genius.
Yeah, little did you know Jeff Dolezal invented surround sound.
Look it up.
speakers.
Look on Wikipedia.
Look it up.
You thought it was some Japanese guy. It wasn't.
It was Jeff. As
I
a
didn't
child.
think it was some Japanese guy, but I probably could have got there.
Toshiba, Sony, they're all. Japan knows cool
Is
shit.
Sony a last name?
That's a good question, actually.
I always thought it was an acronym.
You thought
Suck
Sony
on. I don't know. Suck on.
You thought Sony was an acronym?
Yeah.
What would it stand for? You think? Toshiba, Okinawa, Naroti.
Very hot. That was Hiroshima.
Oh,
Come on, guys.
Hello.
Wow.
Come on. I went for it. It bombed, but that's
yeah,
fine.
That was really not cool of you, dude. I mean, I don't know why you'd bring that up. You know what I think about a lot?
Just let me sit in it.
Yeah. No, you just take it. You just
No,
take
that
it.
was all right.
You know what I think about a lot? Rogan's Club. The names of the rooms are Little Boy and Fat Man, which are the bombs we dropped on Japan. Which are
pretty cool.
Which is, I mean, I think it has like a alien like lore to it of like because it's the mothership and it's like there's some sort of like thing with like the bombs and whatever. But like
I just thought it was
like America.
I just thought it was like
Yeah.
you bomb.
That's kind of what I thought too.
I thought
I
it
don't
was
know
like
that
a
he would
play.
name them after bomb. Like I don't think he wants people to be bombing in his club.
I don't think he wants people to be bombing in his club, but I think it would be funny to name a comedy club after bombs.
I just think it's sick.
I've heard him talk about it, and there is a reason behind it, but it is funny also because like almost nobody who shows up there, like imagine 'cause
That's-
I don't think you really know that till you get there. Imagine being like a Japanese, like people travel to come to the mothership. Imagine being a Japanese comedy fan and getting there and being like, "Are you in the Fat Man?" And they're like, "The what?" He's like, "Oh, are you in the Little
the
Boy?"
hottest flavor of
instead?"
wings is Hiroshima.
Yeah.
I do like how that place is designed. Obviously, I would like to perform there, but I do like how that place is clearly designed by a multi-millionaire in his 50s who gets high as fuck all the time because he's like alien theme.
Yeah.
Like it's no other comedy club has a theme. Everything else, it's just a fucking cheesecake factory with a stage and a
Yeah.
green room. That's
Damn,
all.
That's kinda
fuck,
true,
dude.
huh?
That hit me in a place that actually kind of hurt.
It's the reality
Because
of it.
A lot of the places we perform at are literally cheesecake factories with a stage.
Yeah, that's all.
You're and you're
Damn.
and
Yeah,
you're
you're right.
also
Catch us at the Cheesecake Factory in Fort Worth and Dallas
Yeah.
this week.
You're also entertaining people who would go to a cheesecake factory.
Yeah,
Like
and
a
the
real
menu's
one.
like the same shit you'd find at a Cheesecake Factory.
It's like why are there wings and fettuccine on this menu?
yeah, it's like wings, fettuccine alfredo, a poke bowl. It's like you're all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
It is, dude. All like especially like, and I love these clubs, but all of the improvs are straight up a Cheesecake Factory with a
Yeah,
stage.
they really
and
are.
then his is just like, what if there were aliens?
Yeah,
what
it
if
is funny.
Bigfoot was around?
There's like a laser tag place that I drive by on the highway sometimes, and it has a big spaceship out front, like on its like whatever. It's like whatever. I can't think of the word, but like, and I think
Roof?
I drive by it. Yeah, kind of. It's like where the title of the building is. What is that called? Why
The
can't
front of the
the
front
sign, like the sign on the front? Is there another name for a sign?
No.
And I always drive by it, and I think, I wonder how many people have driven by it and gone, I wonder if that's Rogan's new club. It's just the laser tag place because it's all alien themed. But that makes sense. A laser tag
Yeah.
place, it's like it's aliens,
Futuristic.
but it's like
Well, the
it's-
mothership's like, can you think of any other club that you've been to that has like a theme? I can't.
like a speakeasy.
Yeah.
There's-
I
yeah,
mean,
but that's
Yeah.
but those are never almost never designed for
For
comedy.
yeah,
It's
they'll
always
have, like,
a
this is
stage,
a
yeah.
place, but like Yeah, I can't really think of any.
Like Mic Drop in San Diego had a cool like.
Well, yeah,
It was designed,
that
but
one
like,
has a
what was
theme.
the theme of it?
It's Alice in Wonderland. It's all purple, and if you look at the stage, it's got the face.
Is
of
that
the
what that
cat.
is?
Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
It's all Alice in Wonderland.
Dude,
thing.
it has the vibes of like a wine bar.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a place that was called Too Bizarre by my parents' house. There was a wine bar by my parents' house called Too Bizarre. My parents loved it. And as like a middle schooler, I fucking hated it because the food was all like hummus and pita chips. And I'd be like, can we go get chicken fingers? I hate this.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
It was like you'd like sit on couches and they'd like get wine. And I was just like, this is not the food for a fucking
yeah.
11-year-old.
Slow jazz
It's
in the
like, no,
background. You'd be
Jeff.
like, this place sucks.
Jeff, you love Manchego cheese with bagel crisp. You know that, and now you do.
I like bagel bites.
Yeah, you want
Dude,
bagel bites.
bagel bites went hard.
It
Dude,
is funny
I'll
to think.
crush a thing
I
of
have-
bagel bites.
dude, yeah.
Dude, pizza rolls are
Pizza
goated.
rolls and bagel bites are like that. It's like the same era of trash food.
I hear it too, and I hate it.
The way you say bagel pisses me off, dude.
What?
Bagel.
Bagel bites.
What are you, Canadian? Dude,
Bagel.
no. Still wrong.
Bagel?
Bagel.
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 There it
There it is.
That's how I said it.
You said bagel.
Bagel.
Yeah.
Bagel.
Bagel. B-A-Y.
I'm gonna go.
What do you call the game where you pop the dice in the middle?
I actually don't know what game
Oh,
that is.
that's
Trouble?
No, it's spell it.
Risk.
Boggle.
Boggle.
That's basically what you're
That's
saying.
what you're saying.
Boggle.
Dude,
That game was the shit, by the way.
I played golf with a guy from Minnesota today.
Oh.
Oh, what an unbearable human being.
Up
he
north?
was. The nicest guy. I mean, today in Austin.
No, but I'm saying, like, was he from, like, way up
He
north?
kept going. He kept mentioning that he was like, I'm from Minnesota. Like he added an accent.
Oh, he's doing
to
the
it
bit?
As a
to
bit,
like
yeah.
be like for it to be a bit. He's like, yeah, I'm here visiting from old Minnesota, and I would just be like, what do you do? Like, I don't care.
What was he visiting for?
He is a snowbird, but he comes here.
That's kind of cool.
He comes down for a month out of the
It's
year.
kind of cold here.
It is. I mean, it was 40 today when we woke
Yeah,
up. But
it was a little
yeah,
chilly.
like, and he played billiards. He kept telling me, he was like, I heard him tell me and the two guys that I was playing with that he won $185 last night playing pool. I'm not joking, half a dozen times. He kept going, I won $185.
$185 can buy you like 6 acres in Minnesota.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
He was
At-
stoked.
At one point, I
That's
was
a
like
whole
doing.
lake.
At one point, I was doing bits with him. I was going, and you won last night, right? Because I started playing like shit. So then it was just like, find any enjoyment you can.
Yeah,
like,
just
I
fuck
was
with
just
this
like-
guy.
And I was like, and what do you play? And he was like, I play pool. It's pool.
You know,
I was like,
you know
okay.
what would be very funny is to follow Matt around with cameras when he's playing poorly with strangers. Because I know how you are. You're not a great loser.
Not fun to be
You're
around.
not fun to be around if you're losing. And
Yeah.
I would love to just watch you with strangers. Because if we were playing, because Josh and I don't play golf, but if we went playing and you were playing bad, you could just explode if you wanted
Yeah.
to. We've seen it before. But with strangers and you trying to like keep it down would be very funny.
Dude, today. So I didn't
Just
play-
like shanking a drive and then turning around and being like, "Oh, are you from Minnesota?"
yeah. Dude, like, oh, tell me about the pool you played again. I did today. I hit a terrible shot on like it was just like bad. Like I hit a club that's supposed to go like 250 yards. I hit it like 50 yards. It was bad. And I was walking down. We were walking, and they were all like 50 yards ahead of me. And I was walking, and I was talking to myself, and I was going, "You stupid fucking faggot! You fucking you waste your fucking money playing golf all the fucking time. You can't hit a fucking club the right way. You fucking idiot!" Like, and I have my head down talking, and I look up, and I thought they had all kept walking, and I looked up, and they were like 10 feet ahead of me, and they were looking back, and the pool guy kept telling me, "You just got to focus on the process. It's not about it's not about winning. It's about
God.
And he was just like, and he just went, "The process, Matt. It's the process." And I wanted to be like, "You're the faggot, not me."
Dude, nothing
I
is,
was furious.
nothing's worse than
So
like
you're gonna have to
somebody.
put some beeps into
yeah,
this one.
dude. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Nothing is worse than
Sorry.
people encouraging you when you're doing something poorly that you know you can do better. Do you know what
Oh,
I mean?
is there anything worse than getting off stage and someone being like, "Stick with it"?
Ah,
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah,
I've been
Well,
doing
that's
this
exactly
for 4
what it
years.
is.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that on the golf course all the time because I'll get frustrated even when I'm playing good if I just like hit a bad shot. And there's always inevitably an old guy with me who's going like, you know what I think you got to do. And like I've had guys be like, stand over the ball. And I'm like too agreeable of a person. Like sometimes I'll be like, no, it's good. But like one time I like stood over it and a guy got behind me and was like grabbing, not like a date where he like put his arms around me, but he was like, now just feel tilting your shoulders this way. And then like he was like jerking my body around and like.
And jerking you off. He gave you a reach
if
around.
you did, I wish you would have jerked me off, dude. It would have been better than, oh, dude, it's just so
The
frustrating.
difference is because you're out there because you genuinely enjoy golf and you just want to get better at golf.
Yeah.
But when you're playing with strangers, there's two types of golfers. There's the person like yourself who just enjoys the game of golf and wants to get better.
Yeah.
And then there's the other guy who's like, I am getting the fuck away from my wife.
Yes. And
That's
they don't
the other
really
guy.
care how their day go. Their day
Dude.
is good because by the time I'm pissed off, they're 6 beers deep and their wife is nowhere to be found.
And golf is such a layup when you're married because you can be like, I'm going to go hit 18, which means I'm not going to have to see you for 5 hours.
Exactly.
I can escape your bitching for
It is-
5 hours.
It is a very classic trope, and it's so true how many golfers there are who are just like, isn't it just nice to not be around the ladies for a while? And I'm like, damn, dude, if you hate her, like, don't, like, what are you
why are you
doing,
dating? You
dude?
could just be gay.
I stopped.
Yeah.
I stopped doing I would always open my set being like I just got married and blah blah blah, and then like I used to do like an extra thing where I talk about it for another couple of seconds, and I cut that out just because there's always a dude in the crowd that's like, sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother. And it's like, I like my wife.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry that you hate yours,
Yeah.
but I don't hate her.
You're like, I'm married, and somebody's like, tough. And it's like, why are you what are you doing?
Yeah, it's not. It's fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
It's different, but it reminds me of when I tried to do a joke with mentioning Randy Johnson, and I just couldn't do it because every time I did it, just some white old guy would be like, Randy Johnson. It happened like 6 times in a row.
There are trigger words for old guys,
Yeah,
and
old
it's
guys.
like
Randy
it's like
Johnson.
if you talk about being married and you let it linger too long, and then like obscure sports players
Yeah,
is
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
one
yeah.
of them. Somebody will be like, best pitcher in the league.
Yeah. It's like
Or-
25 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, just mention like a sports team. Be like, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and somebody would be like, America's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are old guy
Yeah,
trigger
or
words.
or they'll go, oh, sorry to hear that. You know, it's the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah, no matter. It's like they there's something in old white guys. That
It's
they,
it's old guy Tourette's.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
can't help
Old white guys
themselves.
have Tourette's.
Yeah,
it's
they
have
the
trigger words.
classic dad thing where it's like where you're like, I'm hungry. It's like, hey, hungry, I'm dad. Like it literally becomes what I really genuinely think is like borderline Tourette's, where they cannot help themselves.
Yeah, it's like they have to go for it. It's like a tick.
A good move that my stepdad would do is when we were in the car, if we would pass if we were on US 1, we would always have to pass by a Blockbuster to get back to my house, and we would always, every time, my brother and I, without question, be like, can we stop at Blockbuster and get a video game? And every single time, like, he would stop like 1 out of every 10 times, but usually he'd just go, wave at Blockbuster. If we mentioned it, he would drive right by it and be like, wave at it.
Go ahead and wave by. There was my dad used to do this thing with us when he would always take us and he'd go on the lake lap, and that's like when you drive over to Clear Lake, but on the way where it's like a giant lake that's like near my house, but on the way there's 2 hills that kind of look like boobs if you make them look like boobs if you think about it. And so he'd always go, "There are my girls." that was his one. He'd go, "There are my girls."
They're literally just
They're not even. They don't look like
they're
boobs.
literally just 2 hills.
Yeah, they're just
together.
2 hills. He goes, "There
We
are
used
my
to have a
girls."
church, and you could always tell how cool somebody was because it was shaped like either the top half of an egg or it was boob church.
Boob church is
I lost
good.
my
Boob
virginity in
church?
the boob church parking lot.
Nice.
Nice,
yeah, it was
dude.
cool in the back
Hell
of the
yeah.
Suburban.
The boob church.
That's the day it became boob church for me.
Yeah, and
yeah.
pussy
Man.
church.
Well, it'd be
Yeah.
the breast church.
You were the only one.
When
You're the
you're a
only
man,
person who lost their
church.
virginity at that church who enjoyed it.
Yeah. yeah.
I'm talking about the girl. She didn't have a good time. You didn't make her come.
They can't though, so that's a.
Yeah, that's actually a myth. Do you remember the first time, like, obviously you do, when you like lost your virginity and like fingered a girl and you just had, dude, I wish there was, I mean,
Just
I was about to say I wish there was footage. That would be that would be child pornography. So no. But it would be fun. Like, dude, do you remember the first time you fingered a girl? Because you were definitely just like,
Yeah, of course.
like you were jackhammering that shit.
Dude, probably long fingernails too.
Yeah.
Just like
Every
marking it up
kid's
like
fingernails are dirty.
Yeah,
oh yeah, of
like,
course.
just like cave writings on the wall, like just scratching it. It is not fun.
It
was fun.
I actually had anal before I ever had like vaginal intercourse.
At the same
That's
church.
the church.
It was
The Catholic
so
thing.
it wasn't in the church. There was a outdoor, like, you could call it like a play. It would be where they have plays, like an amphitheater, and it was shut down, and it was on the stage of the amphitheater.
Okay.
I got it.
Butt fucked the lady on top of that.
Well, it wasn't a lady. It was a young girl.
Well, yeah. Well, oh god.
I was a young boy. But yeah, I got
Butt
it.
fucking on the amphitheater.
I got it. I got it.
I
Probably.
butt fucked a young girl on that stage.
Okay. All right. Everybody, chill out. I got it probably halfway in, and then it was over.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Wait. Oh, like.
I
you-
can't.
like you-
I nutted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not really.
It's hard to get it in there.
Did you wear a condom?
No.
For her butt? Can't get her
No.
butt pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask.
You think I'm gay?
Yeah.
Think I
Well,
wore a
yeah.
condom? I used to be really committed to condoms, dude. I really did.
you know
I've
what I
told you
thought
guys
about,
the Saran wrap
You
story.
know what I thought about the other day was like, if I were to like get divorced, which I'm not.
He's not.
Everything's good.
He's not. Everything.
But I did have the thought of just like, oh fuck, I haven't put a condom on my penis in a decade.
They changed.
They changed? What do you mean they changed?
Well,
So they
so
Bluetooth?
yeah. So 10 years ago, it was probably you just roll it over.
Just go, hey Siri, put a condom
Now
on.
you have to
Now,
connect to an
now
app.
there's a QR code. You have to scan it, and then you have to enter in your information,
Oh.
and then it takes a biometric scan of your body, and then it adjusts to dick size, and it says the size on the package. It changes.
I have to scan my penis, and it's like boop boop Asian. I'm
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah. It's like
Chinese
yeah.
girl.
It's
I'm
like
what?
we recommend Sony condoms for you.
Is it an acronym or a last name? Nobody knows.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
We didn't
Yeah.
actually get to the end of that, but that's.
It's okay. We're
Yeah,
not
we don't
going to get
need
to the
to. It's
bottom
a
of
fa-
it.
Sometimes you
Thing.
just throw it out there and you
Let
let
'em think
everybody
about it,
else.
too.
figure
Maybe
it
it'll
out.
come back later. You know, it's like a bird.
What do you mean they changed though for real?
I don't think they changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just joking.
Oh, okay.
I was just being. I
But I did have that thought, and I was like, oh man, I don't know how I would perform with one of those on.
Did you guys ever jerk off into condoms?
That was
No.
the thing people had talked about
I
doing
did
at my
that.
school, and I never did. it.
Why?
You know, just because when you're young, there's only so many ways to jerk off. Like when you get older, you start going, I can touch my butt. You got look at different porn.
I was on that early.
Yeah. I didn't get in that until I was in halfway, which is a funny place to get.
I was
into
just
butt
gonna say,
stuff.
yeah.
A place. Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah, it's funny. And
You were like, I'm off heroin. Time to discover myself.
no, for real. that is
Halfway in.
literally exactly what happened. Yeah, halfway. That's what halfway stands for.
Yeah,
It's halfway in your butt.
asshole.
Halfway to the knuckle.
Yeah, and yeah, I used to. Yeah, I would do that. I would jerk off into condoms. I don't know why. It wasn't like obviously it doesn't make it more enjoyable, but you know.
I used to do a bit like very early on.
You would jack off into a condom on stage.
No, but
Crazy
I'd be like, a lot of guys are jacking off on their phones now, and I would be like, do you jack off on your phone? If a guy was like, yeah, I'd be like, so you got your phone in one hand, your penis in the other. How do you get a finger up there? And that was the bit.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's all right. Yeah,
It's
I like-
okay.
I don't like. I don't
That
mind
ain't
that one.
bad. You jack off on your phone?
I was also like 4 months in, so I was like, wait, how do you get a finger in your fucking asshole?
You, sir, there with your wife and kids.
Yeah. You
You
jerk
with
off
this
on your
kava
phone?
bar.
How do you get the cum off of your screen?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
I like it
Dude,
personally.
Jeff was a different human being back then. We all were, but like
Yeah, I was.
when I think about who you were, how you looked, the way you talked, what I thought of you, it's a completely you're a completely different human being now. It's really funny.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't mean like I thought anything like badly or poorly of you. I always thought you were funny. but like you were just like a different guy. I hate to bring up the hot topic, but you had hair. You weren't even married. Yeah. You were on what I would call the final level of hair.
Yeah.
It was close where it wasn't like, why does he have hair? But it was like, he's about to not.
The last
you know what I
boss is
mean?
Rogaine.
Yeah. It was the last level of that. You're skinnier. you were a little thinner.
You had the grill for a while. You had that grill?
Yeah.
I want to say you had different glasses, maybe?
I did have different
You
glasses.
had different glasses at the time.
Thank you.
And because I didn't know you, you just have a different thought of the person in your head of like who they are and like how you interact with. Like now we say whatever we want to each other, but back then it was very much like, oh, hey, what's going on, Jeff? Like, it's just like, hey. And then it's like, oh, did you go up already? It's like, yeah, I already went. I was like, oh, how'd it go? You're like, yeah, the new LeBron James retarded joke went fine or whatever. And then that's just like it. That's just it. And
That's
then
a Jeff classic.
That's
dude.
a Jeff classic.
I don't think you've ever seen that joke.
No, I don't think so.
That was a Jeff classic.
That was Jeff's closer for a while. That got him booked at the Improv with the very well-known No, it wasn't. I'm sorry.
No.
Money?
It wasn't Milk Money. It was this was pre-Milk
Fresh as
Money.
Fuck.
Fresh as Fuck tour.
Damn.
Got him
dude.
his first set at the Palm Beach Improv.
15 minutes, baby, because of my LeBron James.
How many
legit
minutes?
crazy,
How many minutes do you think you had, like looking back, knowing that you did 15 at that show? Do you think you had a solid 15? I'm sure you held your own.
I did fine, yeah.
But
It is crazy though to be like that one joke was good. Here's 15 minutes in front of 300 people.
I was also probably 2 years in. Like I wasn't.
I
like,
still
okay,
think that
all
that's
right,
kind of
yeah.
crazy for. I mean,
Oh, there were definitely some weak bits in there.
of course. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have.
I mean, the
done
closer
well.
that I used at the time, I don't do anymore.
yeah,
So,
was
like,
it
it's
the
not-
was it
big
the
bop.
Mercedes joke?
Grandpa
Grandpa
and
couldn't
the
outrun
LeBron
it.
James joke. I don't do either of those anymore.
Grandpa couldn't outrun it.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the LeBron James joke?
LeBron James.
The other day on Instagram, I saw a video of LeBron James giving his shoes to a disabled kid after a game, and I commented on the video, and then he ate them. And I was like, I know what you're thinking. That's fucked up. But I didn't identify a subject in that sentence, which means I could have been talking about LeBron, but I also or I could have been talking about the retarded kid, but I also could have been talking about LeBron. So if you come up to me after this and you're like, hey, man, you shouldn't make fun of the mentally disabled, I would be like, I would never do that. What do you think I am, a monster? I was being racist.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
The cadence. I could have nailed the cadence. I was being racist. I've heard
yeah.
it so many times at CNI.
It's so funny to hear a joke so many times and be like, yeah, I would never do that joke again.
No, of course not. Of course not. I had 5 minutes about iguanas and raccoons. I
They're goofy boys.
People would joke and call me an animal comic back then.
Which I'm sure pissed you off.
I didn't
I
love
remember you pre-mustache.
Yeah.
I knew Matt Ross pre-mustache.
Pre-mustache Matt.
It's
for
weird
sure.
to think that. Yeah, I can't picture you without it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you don't have to. But yeah, it was a thing.
Is it ever gonna be?
And then when
beard?
we met Josh, he
Nah, I
thought
can't.
I wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
yeah, I was
Just because of the way my face is.
And you know what's really funny is I actually, now that I know both of you so well, I actually understand both sides of it perfectly.
I get it completely.
Because
Josh is so quick to just be like, that motherfucker, I'm going to beat that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker.
the amount of times, I mean, recently Josh came back from a show, was talking about a comic who lives out here, and he was like, I don't fucking like him. And then like 3 days later was like, I had another interaction with him. He's awesome.
He's
and
awesome.
I'm like, yeah, that's his first, he's
Yeah.
always on go mode.
He's
It's
always
never-
on go mode.
It's never like, I'm just getting to know him, whatever. It's always like, no, he's a fucking idiot. He sucks.
And I would say about 80% of the people that I meet leave thinking, I don't think that guy likes me.
Yeah, I've briefly defended you to many people.
yeah, same here.
Yeah. Just to be like, I promise he's just socially awkward, possibly autistic.
I'll go like.
Now
I
there's
mean,
2 autistic people
I had.
in this house.
I remember one time. Now that I mean, Mark Christopher came up to me and was like, "Does he like not like me?" And I was like, "I don't think he cares about you." Like, I mean, I don't. He was like, he just never shakes my hand, and I was like, I guarantee he's not doing it intentionally.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. I just don't think about
the
it.
limp wrist bump.
The limp wrist bump was like a thing where I like him. So him and Nick Masick were like, yeah, he just like doesn't give me handshakes, or he like bumps my wrist loosely. Like you
Isn't
feel
that
like
funny? Like how
little that
like
could be.
how aggro men are without realizing it. To be like, that guy just gave me a limp wrist fist bump. Does he fucking hate me?
Am I gonna have to fight?
'Cause we
Also,
make fun of-
nobody has more of a fragile ego than comics.
Yeah, true.
And I'm not
1000%, dude.
like I'm not immune to that either. But like a lot of comics
Yeah.
have that of just like
for sure.
that guy fucking he disrespected me. And it's just like, or he has 1,000 things going on in his head, and you walked up and he was like, "What's up, man?" And then went
Yeah.
back to what he was thinking about.
Or maybe he's preparing to do a joke that he wrote today, and he's thinking about it.
That's
and then,
usually what it is.
Yeah.
Because I would only really see Mark at like
like
Bruise
Bruise
Room,
Room, baby.
Yeah.
which
Shout
like
out,
I'm
RIP.
usually like going over a joke in my head, like, oh, I'm next. So I'd like I'm like, all right, I thought about this thing 4 hours ago. How do I want to do it? And then
Yeah.
Mark would be like, "What's up?" And I'd be like, "What's up, man?"
Dude,
and then
that-
go back to going
Yeah.
over
Do
it.
you guys ever have that thing where you think about it all day and you're like, I'm going to say it, and you don't say it out loud until you're on stage, and then it just does not come out right at all? When
Yeah,
you're
of
like,
course.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
fuck, I should have done the bare minimum and like said it out loud at least once. When you're like, so there's a guy at the store, and I'm like looking at him. Oh, I fucked it up. He was looking at me, and then you're like, oh fuck, now it's not gonna work, and now I'm gonna think about it all night. And
You
then
know what
it's
I
like-
do is I sometimes will think of a joke during the day, and I go, "I'm gonna try this tonight," and then I'll start my set and I'll riff and fuck around like I usually do, and then my set will be over, and I'll be like, "Fuck, I didn't do that thing
That's
I thought about
happened
all
so
day."
often,
That
dude.
happens
I do
to
that
me.
so much.
That happens to me all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just like, "Oh, that thing." The reason I left the house to try that new thing, just didn't do it.
Didn't do it. What a fun
Sick.
time. What a fun waste of an hour and a half drive there and back. And
Yeah.
Time to drive drunk with Matt Rivera.
Well, didn't do the new bit. Time to get behind the wheel,
Yeah,
wasted. Drive
Time to-
45 minutes back to where
Time
we
to
live.
drive home with a very drunk ex-combat veteran who's about to cry about what he's seen. Boy, are those rides scary.
It's so funny. Like
There were so many times where I would go home from a show or a mic, and I'm just legitimately being driven home by a hammered 6'2" Puerto Rican, just being like, "I saw his fucking body, man," and I just be like, and I just be like, please look at the road, please look at the road, please, dude.
He's like, every time I see the fucking road, I just think about the bodies that were in the road.
He was like the same age as my son is now, and I just be like, fuck, man, fuck.
Fuck, I'm gonna die.
I'd be like, oh God.
I'm gonna die.
Dude, we were driving home from a show. We were driving home from a show once, and there was like a Nissan 350Z, like one of those little like meow, and it like went around him, and it had one of those like exhausts that like pops and like flame came out. As it was passing us, it went pop, and the flame shot out. Dude, he almost hit the guardrail. He was like, "Ah!" And I was like, holy shit. And he like corrected, and I was like, are you all right? He was like, I brought me fucking back, man. And I was like, holy shit, dude. Get me the fuck home, bro.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for something to fall in here and Jack go into overdrive mode.
I joked about
Our
that
Navy SEAL
on,
fucking roommate.
I
like-
joked about that at Dania.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I didn't hear
he
it.
brought me up as like, this next guy, he's hilarious. He's also one of my best friends. I'm sleeping on his couch right now. And then I went out there and I was like, give it up for Jack. I was like, he is sleeping on my couch right now, which is fucking scary to have a Navy SEAL on your couch, because my wife gets up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just scared that like she's going to like close a cabinet too loud. And he's going to be like, Osama, and just
Yeah.
break her neck. And I'm going to wake up and be like, wife's dead.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, living with the Navy SEAL, you always wonder, it's like, how programmed and trained are they? Like, what if I accidentally say the wrong combination of words and he just like,
You think he's a Russian
You know
sleeper
what I mean?
agent?
Yeah. I just go, isn't it weird that the cabinet drawer is uneven? And he just goes,
A
yeah.
gun comes out of his mouth.
yeah, it's just like, it's time. And he just walks out of the door. It just doesn't open the front door, just walks through the front door.
You
Walks
see him
right
not
in the-
even looking,
Yeah.
just killing people.
Like,
He just
fuck,
turns
man.
into the Terminator.
Yeah. You never know, man. I think shit like that exists.
The Terminator?
Not the Terminator.
Did
no,
you, dude?
no, I don't
holy
think
shit.
of the Terminator.
Did you
exists.
see the-
Arnold
Gosh.
Schwarzenegger's a real guy.
Did you see? Yeah,
That's not CGI. He's a real person.
He is real. Did you see the video where the dude in California was like holding him, like he was like in the middle of a shootout with the police, and then like he tucked himself away in a corner in a room in the back room of this building. So then the cops just took a robot with like 30 pounds of dynamite and just blew it up. So crazy, dude. They were just like, that's now we're in the
That's
now
why
we're
you
in
need
the
to get
future.
hostages.
That
Yeah,
is kind of the move,
That's now
though,
the
right?
future, dude. It's like, okay, just die.
it's like if somebody's in a shootout with the police, and let's say he's already
Did the
injured.
robot say Allah Akbar?
yeah. Allah Akbar.
The little fucking turban on his head.
It's dude. Well, I've told this story.
It's like Siri, like it doesn't get what you say correctly all the way, so you're like, you program it to be like a suicide bomber. It's like Aloha snack bar, and you're like, close enough.
Fuck,
But
man.
it has like the French accent. You know how they have like the British ones? Allah Akbar. Dude, so I had a neighbor. I might have told this story already, but I had a neighbor who got arrested for like selling meth, and he got in a shootout with the cops. And I was in 6th grade, and they had to like shut our entire block down, and they were like putting snipers up on people's roofs and things. And at one point, he was held up in the garage, and he tried to hold his dog hostage. Have I told? And so, dude,
And the police were just like, all
Lit-
right, what
dude,
now?
They,
Like,
they literally did. So he was like, he came out and he was like, give me a. It was also funny. He was making a request. He's like, give me $2,500 in a car, and it's like that. Like what?
The
are you gonna
dog's
do?
like, what the
And
fuck,
dude,
man?
And then he was like, and he was literally holding the dog, and then they just shot him. Like they just shot him through the dog.
Hilarious.
course.
And then he went to prison for like, I think he's still in prison. I think he's in prison for the rest of his life.
Dude, I had a family member, or not a family member. My childhood home. We had these neighbors later on before we moved. Normal. The dad was a lawyer, but he was always coming in and out really late at night. My window was right by their driveway. I mean, it would be like midnight on like a Wednesday in like a suburb of Oklahoma City. It was always like I was always like joking like it was sketchy. Young kids like my brother's age, like 4 of them or something like that, and then like years later, like right after I graduated high school, their mom got arrested for being a part of like the Irish mob in Oklahoma City, and like got like time, like serious time.
Bad years,
and it's
baby.
like one of those things where you're like, there's an Irish mob in Oklahoma City
Yeah.
that's like arrestable, like they like are doing stuff, you know. And now one of those kids has cancer.
Hell yeah.
It's funny to get hit with a RICO charge as in for an Irish mob, like being a part of the Irish mob, but like you've known her as like Susan from that.
Yeah, no,
It's
seriously.
like, she would break like
Miss
bake
Tallwater.
cookies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's
What was her
crazy.
last name?
Towwater or something like that. You can look her up. It's yeah.
Proper.
Did you ever see the video of the Chinese guy breaking a chair over a woman's back?
Dude, okay, dude. I walk in, dude. This is crazy. I walk in today from the gym, and Jeff and Jack are sitting on the couch, and Jeff is like, "Yo, Jack's search history is wild." And then I'm looking, and it's like WNBA fails, and then it's like after WNBA fails, it's like man beats up woman, and then they're like they start laughing and they're like go to that one and so then I'm like what the fuck,
Dude.
and then they put on a video, dude. There's this guy, it's at a Chinese restaurant, and these guys, it's like a takeout place in China, and there's this guy goes up to a group of girls, and they like turn him away. They're like, no, I don't want anything to do with it. So then the guy goes over to his group of friends, and he's like, whatever he says, they rejected me, whatever. So then he goes back over there and tries to like start talking to him, and the girl's like, get away, you know, and she like pushes him a little, and then he just fucking like starts hitting her, and then everybody stands up and whatever, and then a guy runs in from outside the restaurant, had nothing to do with the whole incident, just grabs a chair and just bashes it over the girl for no reason.
The girl?
Yeah, she like finally stood up from this guy attacking
Dude.
her, and this girl like, boom, and I was like, what the fuck?
Dude.
And they are dying. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
It shatters on her back,
I was
bro.
literally like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I really want to watch this video.
It was so
Well,
fucking.
you can pull it up.
It was
Wait,
crazy,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
There's
because you
a-
think like, oh, here's the hero coming in to beat this guy
Yeah,
up
and she's
for
standing
fighting
up,
this
and then
woman.
just-
No, he's just like, oh shit, we're beating women? Fuck yeah.
yeah.
He's like, oh shit, hell yeah. This is my kind of restaurant. We can hit ladies. And then you got to see oh, you going to jail now. The bus uppercut.
Oh, dude. The
Oh,
boss uppercut heard around the
fuck.
world, dude.
Dude, the bottom of her chin makes such a noise.
It was such a perfect punch.
It was insane.
He's-
He hit her like a Mario block.
Oh, you going to jail now? This is
Yeah,
it.
this is such a good video. This is not good podcasting, but this is a good video.
If you look up bus uppercut, you'll see it.
Yeah, look up bus uppercut. It's one of the best videos of all time.
It's an original World Star video.
I don't condone this type of behavior, but film it if you do, cause man, you go.
I would like to
jail
say
now.
it does seem like she's being annoying.
Are you saying she deserved it?
No, I'm just saying it seems.
She
like
gets
she's being-
arrested.
Yeah, she does get arrested.
Yeah, she goes
Well,
to
does
jail
she-
for this.
Look at this.
She-
Ready? Here it comes, dude.
And then he drags her by the hair and throws her and her jacket out of the bus.
Dude, imagine everyone else on that bus is like, I'm gonna be late to fucking work.
Have you seen that video of the dude just roasting that girl?
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Dude, so
It's like it's
fucking.
New York. You're gonna be late. We're all gonna be late.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. We're all broke.
You know what?
You
know
caught
what's
the
great?
740. You should have caught the 720.
Is somebody yells, "Are you going to jail now?" And then he starts going, "No, you saw the way she was acting." Like he starts going, she deserved it. I'm not gonna lie. There's been more than one time in my life where I've gotten caught on like a YouTube rabbit hole. Or it's usually on Twitter, actually, a Twitter rabbit hole of like women hitting men first and then getting fucking decimated, like just
so
like
many.
getting the shit.
That's what we were looking for.
And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think anybody's in the right, but it's fun to watch.
yeah.
It is. I don't know, man. I go back and forth. It's like, if a woman hits a man first, should a man not be able to hit back legally? I don't think it's right morally, because in every one of those videos, the girl's like, yeah, boom, boom. And he's like, just kind of like, and then it's one swing
One too
and
many.
she's different for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well,
like,
it's also
yeah.
like you can.
yeah, she behaves.
One swing and long division is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
one swing and
Do you
all of a
remember-
sudden she likes cooking.
Do you remember?
It's almost as if it's the solution.
Do you remember that one video that it was like, I think it was the original viral video that I saw. Like the very first viral video I ever saw was the dude, and it's a white dude doing karate, fighting like a Mexican guy, like a
Yes,
and
yes,
he
yes,
just,
yes, yes.
He's like, the dudes are like
They
squaring
laugh
up,
at him.
and the guy goes into like
Mhm.
hidden tiger.
They laugh at him, and then he
beats.
beats his ass.
He's like,
beats the fuck out of the guy.
I
There's
think
one
the
of-
first
white
viral
dude-
video I ever saw was Chocolate Rain.
I was just about to say,
Rain.
I was big into Smosh on the MySpace days. Do you guys remember Smosh?
I do. It was very gay.
It was super gay. I
What
was
is
also
it?
like 11, so like,
Yeah,
let-
I mean,
chill out.
it-
But
All right.
I
I was about to
wonder-
say I've seen it.
yeah, I
Looking
wonder
back,
if
it
I
was
could.
the gayest
What
shit
is
ever.
it? Smosh?
Smosh.
It was like two handsome emo
Dude,
dressing looking boys.
They still make videos.
I bet
Really?
they're quadrillionaires
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I mean, their video from 4 days ago has 500,000 views. I want to just like see if
That's
I can.
crazy.
This one's from 11 years ago, which I still would have been. I still would have.
Oh,
This was
Yeah.
you know what this honestly was though? In like 2008 or whenever this was out,
Yeah.
nobody had like editing and like this clean of footage on YouTube, like this high definition.
This is like watching a movie back then.
yeah, this was
Yeah.
like
11 years ago, if you
They
saw
got-
that pop up, you'd be like, what the fuck?
they got a lot of like all of their buzz was just like nobody was shooting shit this quality for YouTube back then.
Dude, fuck. This is something that I might do this on the Patreon maybe, but so I posted a thing in like this Austin filmmaking group of our sketches, and I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, we're trying to find a production company to partner with us and whatever, because I'm trying to like, I'd love to be able to go to a set is basically
Yeah.
what I was getting at.
We need a budget.
We need a budget, we need a set. Anyways, so I made this post, and so then there were so many people being like, oh, I actually saw, I had like a couple people message me being like, I actually saw this video, like, because I'm like Austin comedy, whatever. And then they would send me their videos, and I'm not kidding, dude. They'd be like, I make comedy videos myself. It's insane.
It's
I'm
some.
sure
They
dog
are
shit.
so bad. Like,
It's made
so
like
bad,
some
dude.
of them were like made with like CapCut, and like they
Oh.
didn't take the watermark out.
yeah, dude,
And it's
crazy.
like, I'm
No.
also a filmmaker, and it's like, no, you're not. You're
No.
you're a bad.
You own a smartphone.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude. And it's like, it's
exactly.
literally like, it's that fucking thing that I don't like about when people try to be funny that aren't funny, and they make like TikTok-y type where they're like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? They think that they like, if they perform like over the top, it's
Yeah.
gonna make it funny, and it's like, no, it makes it worse.
They have
dude.
like the YouTuber accent. We're like, have you guys seen
yeah.
this? I hate
Oh
that shit.
no, dude.
Dude,
Some
stop. Like, dude, we need a budget for fucking sketches so bad.
I think we can get one.
I think
pretty
we
easily.
could.
Almond.
I think we could. Because,
Almond,
like,
get out.
I thought of a sketch
baby.
idea, and I legit, like, started, like,
Almond.
scripting it out. I got, like, legitimately a paragraph in. It's a game show. And I was like, before I continue with this, let me see what this would be. And I looked up, like, game show, like, real game show props. Like, to what it would look like to, like, have, like, a sound stage and make it look like a television game show. I was like, oh, this would cost tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I was just like, I'm not going to write this sketch. I have the idea in my phone. I'll revisit it if we ever
You
get a
should
budget.
write. I have like 5 sketch show ideas wrote, but it's just like write it so when you do get the budget. But also nobody's
Sure.
gonna fund a YouTube channel with like 1,500 views.
Exactly.
Like 1,500.
But also, like,
subscribers to
I'll
get-
just write something that we actually could pull off.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'll
write.
spend
yeah,
my time doing
I think
something
write
we could
every day,
do.
baby. Just kidding. I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm not at all.
Every day, write for 45.
When inspiration strikes, though, I was like, ooh, this could be good. I'm in the moment. Like, I just thought of the idea. And then I started writing it out. And then I was like, oh, we could not afford to shoot this. I should
There's so many
not
ideas
look
that you
into
can't
this.
do because
Yeah.
people don't understand. It's fucking expensive as shit, dude. It's so expensive.
I need a burst of inspiration. The other night, I wanted to be a movie star for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, dude. I feel that every day.
I don't know what happened. I've never wanted to be a movie star, and all of a sudden, I was like, I want to be famous. For like 45 minutes, all I want to do is stand up. That's been that way for a long time, right?
Yeah,
I
same.
always say, like, I say this to Josh all the time. I wouldn't do sketches. I might not even have a podcast if it wasn't for you guys. But like randomly, I'll be inspired and be like, I could be Denzel Washington. And then I'll be like, what the fuck was that? I'm
Oh,
not,
like, yeah.
no, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not an actor.
You do act well.
I do act well. My mom's always like, you're a much better actor than I thought. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. Which is a weird form of compliment to get from your mom. Because usually parents are just like, you're great. But she's just like, you're better than I thought.
Well,
you
that's
would
like
be.
an honest.
It really is.
Yeah,
Very
it's
honest.
honesty.
It's like
an
when your
honest-
friends
yeah.
come see you and they go, I was prepared to say that you did well either way, but you're actually good at
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Is a nice.
yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you're being honest. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like getting those are like the fun
Like,
compliments.
oh, you're
Like,
actually good at this. Like, I know.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, people. In the
My mom will be like, I actually show people your stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay,
Dude,
thank you.
My mom DMs my clips to Tom Segura. I had to tell her
So
to
good,
stop
dude.
doing that. I was like,
so
please.
fucking good.
I was like, please. I'm gonna live in the same city as him very soon. I cannot. Because I guarantee you he doesn't check his message requests.
No,
Because
but-
it's
but-
probably filled with shit.
Yeah.
But on the off chance that I see that dude and he's like, and he has checked his message requests, Jesus fucking Christ. I
Yeah,
cannot be the
yeah.
guy that he's like, your mom sends you your clips.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Great.
dude, she is freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, man, come
She
here,
probably just wants to like go get water and she can't get through.
Yeah.
She
Dogs
could.
are so dumb.
Well, I'm actually nervous because that tripod broke.
Yeah, I mean, I would
And
like for
so-
her not to go through all the expensive camera equipment, but I
she'll be
also
fine.
don't want her to start freaking out.
No, she's fine. My big black lab is staring at us and whining.
You know what's very funny is if you put big and black connected to each other, I'm always like, oh, lab, yeah.
Yeah. Labrador retriever. Yeah.
My
yeah.
big
Like
black
I have a
neighbor.
big black lab. I'm like, lab is
Yeah.
the right word that comes after the
Yeah,
other
that-
two.
And that sequence, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah, there's nothing else that comes after that I've Googled.
Dude, so I do think it's fun. I like looking at comments on the comments on the YouTube are always just like the sketch page or people being like, these are actually like really well written and produced and well acted, and I'm like, yay.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the
shouldn't they be?
It's the first time that we're getting like it's not the first time that we're getting a lot of positive comments, but like normally if like something goes viral on like Instagram or TikTok, it's just like out of nowhere I'm just catching a stray. It's just like, oh, this is super
Oh,
funny. This is
yeah.
super funny. The redhead makes me want to dive off of a fucking bridge. I'm like, what the fuck did I even do, dude?
I
I'm
have
like-
a video on TikTok right now. I posted it like 2 or 3 days ago. It's at like 4.8 million. And
Nice.
boy, are the comments not nice to me.
Yeah, dude. YouTube is the only place I've ever gotten like overwhelmingly nice.
Dude, if I pull up TikTok right now, I guarantee you I have a notification from like TikTok systems or like TikTok official. It keeps asking me, do you want to turn on the bully filter?
That's so funny.
I
It's
guarantee
like,
you
hey,
I
we
have
see
it.
that you're getting bullied pretty bad, nerd. So if you
Yeah, look,
TikTok bullying.
account updates, anti-bullying protection.
so funny.
We decide We detected comments that may be unwanted or unfriendly on your recent post. You can turn on additional protections using our anti-bullying tools. And I have it. Dude, my last 3 fucking things are like, bullying. It's just like,
It starts suggesting
damn
words.
dork, you're getting rocked out
dude.
there.
It starts suggesting words. Do you want us to ban the word bald? And you're like, what the fuck, dude?
I had that one. I think I've told you. I might have told you guys this off pod. I don't think I talked about it on the pod. Where from Tempe when the girl walked out on me during my set.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's shocking how many people, and I guess not a lot, but like I've probably gotten like 10 comments that are just like staged, which is
like
crazy. That's crazy.
A lot of people think that crowd work is staged.
I have people who I've had a.
I have comics who say this.
I have a small handful of people, not comics, but like my friends who will be like, one of my like good buddies came to the Dania show, and you guys weren't out there when it happened, but there was a lady in the front who was like being crazy, like being wild, like at one point stood up and was like air humping at me and then acting like she wanted to fight me, and it was very fun. Like, as you know, she didn't get caught on camera, so I can't really clip it, which is pissing me off. But that's
we should have a
own
stage
thing.
camera.
We'll talk about that off pod. Yeah, I totally agree. But so and then my buddy came up to me and he was like, was that like, is she like, do you know her? I'm like, no, I don't know her.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
No, people are drunk and wild.
Yeah, but I had
Imagine thinking that guys papering rooms are hiring actors to stage crowd
They
work
also,
moments.
to
They
be
don't
fair,
know
don't
any
know
of
that.
No,
Yeah.
they have no idea.
Yeah,
Nobody knows the
until you tell
intricacies.
them that you're only making $200, and then they go, "Wait, how is this guy? There's 300 people here. How is this guy?"
I do that on all of our shows.
I know you do.
I go, I'm making $400 tonight.
Yeah, really shattering the illusion. But I have. There's a girl who commented on the video, and she said. It's actually like one of the only all the other ones, it's only negative comment. There are some that are like, she's allowed to leave if she doesn't like what you're saying, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm allowed to call her retarded, like,
sure,
you know, like,
yeah,
whatever, right? I don't usually respond, but like, and she was like, bad taste, I would have walked out too. And there are so many people who went to her profile, looked at what she looked like, and went, "You could use a fucking walk."
Yup.
I mean, I'm not joking.
Dude.
Hundreds of men going, "I doubt you ever walk." Like, it's crazy.
I've gotten those.
I feel bad, honestly.
If you have a clip that does well, whether it's like a silly little video or like a stand-up clip, if it is like kind of pushing the envelope, like if you say retard or whatever, there will always be one person or a handful of people who are like, this is in poor taste, or why would you think you could say that?
Yeah.
That person is gonna get rocked.
Yeah,
Because all the dudes who like it are like, you just don't know what funny is, idiot.
It's
like,
all,
they kill him.
I will say this, like, I mean, if you could typecast the kind of guy who's commenting that or being like the amount of, I mean, almost copy and pasted, why come to a comedy show if you're just going to get offended? Or guys who are like, immediate follow. Like, in my comment,
yeah.
it is all the guys where I go, you are a problem, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just in existence, you're probably an issue. I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy you're following me, because you guys are pretty good crowd members. And
You're the best crowd members.
And you know, I
Yeah.
know I can say whatever I want, but you are a problem.
Also, your profile picture with those white Oakleys, you're killing it.
Yeah,
Sick,
dude,
yeah,
you
sick.
look
always
Hair
white
gel
Oakleys.
still? Hair
very,
gel?
very cool fish you caught, buddy.
Yeah.
If it's past 2012 and you got white Oakleys,
Sick.
you beat the fuck out of your wife, dude. You hate that lady.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
hate your
and
wife.
you try to cheat on her all the time,
And it
you
never
can't.
works.
Yeah.
Because you're fat and the only other girl in your town that you know is the Applebee's hostess.
Yeah.
And she's 16, and
Yeah.
that doesn't stop you from trying.
If anything, it weirdly makes you more ramped up.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you call
Damn.
her sweetheart.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
we just
And she
described
goes,
a lot of
fuck,
people I know.
Rick's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes, God damn
He
it.
doesn't even tip me well, and he borderline sexually assaults me the whole time.
Dude,
yeah.
my dad orders, this is not relevant, but it is. My dad
Orders
is
the hostesses to kiss.
I'll take a can I get a hamburger and a side of your kisses? My dad is the type of dude who like, this bothers me. We go out to a Mexican restaurant, and you know how they always have like a full menu of like everything, but then they'll have like all Mexican food, but then they'll have like the white guy part where it's like a cheese pizza. And
Also
my
known as the kids menu as
kids
well.
yeah, the kids menu. My
That's
dad
all it is.
orders hamburgers and fries from this place in Iowa that's like actually good Mexican food. He goes there for the hamburgers. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's your dad,
It's
dude.
crazy though. It's like
Yeah.
going to Las Palmas. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Go to
dude?
a burger spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's 7 places down the
I'll
road.
tell you what, Casavana Cuban Cuisine, where I worked at, had great hamburguesas.
Yeah, but that's different though. That is different. Like they make sandwiches.
No, this is
and shit
just a
like that.
Yeah.
cheeseburger. Like, this is like the one. Like,
But also, I worked there and I got a free meal every day and more because
Yeah.
the chefs were my boys. But like, there's only so many days in a row where you can eat like vaca frita and like masas de puerco.
Before
and
you
you're
want
like,
a burger.
I know I get a free meal, so I'm gonna use it. But like, their chicken tenders were fire.
Yeah.
Like, I would get something else.
If your chicken tenders aren't fire, you shouldn't have a restaurant. You can
The
buy
basic-
Yeah.
They
most
had
basic.
like, I like a chicken tender that's like very little breading, like it's all
like
tender.
Cane's.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like that. Where it's like the breading is there and you can taste it and the seasoning is on it, but it's like it's not. I don't like a chicken tender where you break it in half and it's like the fucking meat is
Yeah.
like a little
Oh, I
little
like-
bit, but
I-
it's so much breading.
Yeah,
I
Josh
like
is a big
that.
breading guy.
I'm like a big. I like anything because it means it's bad for you.
You like fried shrimp,
I love fried
like
shrimp.
tempura?
I actually like. I don't know what tempura is.
It's
Asian.
basically fried shrimp. Yeah, it's Asian fried shrimp.
He
I don't-
never goes to like.
It's like
sushi.
fried shrimp, but they're smaller.
He
Oh, then yeah, I probably would like
he
that.
doesn't. Tempura would be a thing that you'd know from sushi places. He don't go to sushi places.
Mm.
And I
That's
think
actually
that's it.
perfect timing because we are well over an hour
Okay.
and the camera died for Jeff. So we're gonna wrap up and
Well, thank you for listening to the Triple
thank you
F
for
podcast.
listening to Triple F podcast. If you want an extra episode,
shows. I don't know
patreon.com/Triple
when they
F pod.